coming up on our 2-year anniversary this month. We all joined in August, and just kind of wanted to take things back to the beginning and share a little bit of our stories with you, share our journeys with you. Our team is growing like wildfire. We have so many new people. So I know that a lot of you are, you know, you're hearing from us, but you don't really know, like, why am I listening to her? Like, why should I take her advice? What has she been through? How did she get where she is? Because I know that I was super interested in all of that when I first started. I wanted to know everything about everyone. I wanted to know how they got where they were. I wanted to know, like, you know, what kind of backgrounds they came from, what made them so special, because I thought every SED was so special. I thought every director was so special. They had all the gifts, all the special things. So we're going to set the record straight and tell you why we are just like everyone else, why all the SEDs and all the directors that we put up on a pedestal are just like everybody else. And yeah, I hope that this is inspiring for you. If you have questions at all, please ask. This is literally going to be like story time with some encouraging nuggets thrown in. So yeah, I'm going to get started. So first thing I want to ask you guys is, who knows their why? If you have an amazing why, if you feel very confident and comfortable with it, share it in the chat. You don't have to write out your whole long, like, lifelong story and, you know, all your dreams and goals, but just, you know, general, why do you do this? Why did you decide to take the leap? Like, what made you get on that first phone call? What made you send that first message to your upline? Like, why do you do this? Write it in the chat. If you've got a pen and paper, write it down. Just get it out there, because that's what I'm going to focus on right now. So take a minute, read through what everyone is posting in the chat, and just take a minute and really think about it. Because I guarantee you, a lot of you have only thought about, like, I just want to make money. That's it. But really think, like, why do you want to do this? What do you want to do with that money? What do you want to do with your free time, or the time that you're hoping to gain from doing this? Like, why do you do this? Okay, just take a second and think about it. And I'm going to drink my wine. Okay, I'm going to read a little bit of what's in the chat right now. Okay, debt-free, spend more time with my family, not have to work overtime. I want to travel with my kids. I want to help with bills. I want to help my mom with her bills, savings, so I can be a stay-at-home mom. I don't want to have to work holidays. Community and more wine, absolutely. I want to get out of food and beverage, work from anywhere, be secure and at peace, spread cruelty-free vegan lifestyle. I want to give my daughter the best life possible, live life how I want to on my own terms, be in control of my time, financial freedom for myself and my future family. Love that. Freedom from corporate, being my own boss, debt-free. I don't want to cater again. Okay. Work for myself, home renovations, go home to Australia, joined for the community, escape from corporate America. My why has changed 4 times this month. Love that too. Confidence, time freedom. Oh, I love this, y'all. Why is my phone not charging? What's happening here? Oh, it's not plugged in. Ah, okay. All right, y'all. These are truly.
You want help?
So, oh, I'm sorry, I keep freezing. What is happening? Why is this not charging? Okay, this is amazing. Thank you so much for sharing all of these. I hope that inspired some of you that, you know, maybe you've been working on your why, maybe you've been thinking again, like, I just want to do this for money, but it hasn't grown from that. So when you guys are, I hate my phone, y'all. I know, I keep freezing. It keeps telling me, my phone just did the update the other night, and now it keeps telling me to update my watch app, but it deleted the watch app. So if anyone has gone through this, please send me a message on how I fix this. So that's why my video keeps freezing, but I'm going to keep pressing the button. Okay. So if your why has not evolved from like, I just want to make more money, or I just want to have more time, you guys think about your why. And if you were the main focus of your why, if your why is focused around yourself, then it must grow. You've got to evolve it. It's got to grow. It's got to get bigger. It's got to be about more than you. Because who are we? Who do we disappoint first? Who do we disappoint first? We disappoint ourselves first. We let ourselves, oh my God, this is so annoying. We let ourselves down first. Oh my goodness. I'm going to kill my phone. This is terrible.
We can still hear you at least, Allie.
Okay. All right. So I'll just keep talking. We let ourselves down first. So if we don't have a why that is bigger than us, that is going to keep us motivated every day, that is going to make us get up early, that is going to make us stay up late, that is going to make us grow bigger than we are right now, like, you're never going to go anywhere. If your why is just about you, then you're just constantly going to let yourself down. You're constantly going to, you know, just stay where you're at. You're never going to grow. You're never going to evolve. And it's got to get bigger than that. It's got to get bigger. So if you have kids, if you are married, those are perfect people to, you know, form your why around. I said, I love this earlier when you said, I'm doing this for my future family, because so many of you right now want this, you know, financial freedom. You want to live life on your own terms. You want to, you know, be able to give your future family and kids the life of their dreams and, you know, all of that. So that is something that you can be thinking about. Think about, you know, your family, your parents, your siblings. Are they people that you would love to be able to support and to take care of, to take them on trips? I can't tell you how many trips we have been on where the girls have brought their moms because their mom hasn't had, you know, a day off or taken a trip in 10 years. So these are just things that you can be thinking about to really grow that why. Because at the end of the day, that's what's going to motivate you in this business. And that's what I want to say about the why, because I truly believe that that is what has led me to be successful in this business. That's why I never gave up. That's why I continue to work day in and day out. That's why I treat this like a full-time job. That's why I love sharing this. And I am so convicted in my, you know, spreading of this opportunity is because of my why. So I'm going to share it with you. So 2 years ago, Jamie approached me about this business. She approached me about products first, which shows that you can reach out to people about products. She said something simple like, oh, I know that you really struggled with postpartum hair loss. I have these products that I want you to try. So I said, okay, yeah, I want to try the products, but I want to hear about the business. And it went from there. Now, I had been a stay-at-home mom for 3 years at that point. And I always knew I needed to do something like this, but I come from a background in financial services. I worked in wealth management and private equity for my years before that and after college. I sat in front of a computer all day, every day. I had zero interaction with other people. Like my team of 5 people, that was it. I didn't really interact with clients too much, never sold anything. Everything I did involved numbers, nothing creative, nothing pretty, nothing to do with beauty, anything like that. I think of myself as an introvert. I don't think I'm super outgoing. I'm not the first to talk and speak up. All of these things that I said, I can't sell anything. Like that's just not who I am. It's not in my blood. It's not in my DNA. I just can't do that. I had, a couple hundred followers. I'd never posted a selfie before. Everything was of my kids. And I thought, there's no way in hell I can do anything like that. But we needed it. At the end of the day, like where I saw us in the future was not going to happen. It just wasn't going to happen at the rate we were going. We were so far in debt. We had already 2 kids. I found out I was pregnant a month after I joined this business. Thank God I had this going for us because I don't know where we would be without this. So at the end of the day, we had our backs against the wall. Like we had to do this. I had to do this. My husband was doing everything he possibly could for us. And we were just in a situation where it wasn't enough. As much as he was doing, it wasn't enough. So it wasn't a question. I had to wait until he got paid to join this business. I literally gave Jamie the runaround for like 2 weeks, I think. I don't know what excuses I gave her, but at the end of the day, that's what it was about. And that's why we had to do it. Like, that is why I had to do it. And I knew that everything that I wanted for us was not going to happen unless I took it into my own hands. And I hate saying this, but I grew up well. I grew up with a great family. I had a great childhood. I traveled all over the world when I was little with my parents, and that's what I always envisioned my life being with my family, and it wasn't heading there. There was no chance that we were going to be able to do those things. We were having trouble affording a $300,000 house. Like, we have kids. Like, who are we? Like, how did we get ourselves into such a situation that we can't even do this? And I just knew that I had to do something. And we talked about the one of the first things you talk about when you join this business is, what is your why? Why are you doing this? Like, what's going to keep you motivated every day? Because you don't have a boss. We're not your boss. Like, you can shut us down. You can ignore us for weeks on end, and you can still go back to work. Like, that doesn't happen in the corporate world. So we have to be our own bosses. We have to hold ourselves accountable. We have to have such a big why and reason for doing this that we are motivated to get up every day. We are motivated to get on these calls every night when we would love to be, laying on the couch watching TV. That's why your why is so important. And my why is to, take the financial burden off of my husband that was just, couldn't sleep at night because he was doing everything he possibly could for us, and it was still not enough. And for my kids, that I wanted to be able to give them all the best things and not feel like I could only shop at Target for them, which is totally fine. I still shop at Target for them. I love Target. But you know what I mean. I wanted to be able to give them the world. I want to be able to, raise them in a comfortable home. I want to be able to travel with them and show them all the experiences that I got as a kid. And, just give them the very best possible life while being able to live it. I could have very well have gone back to work and sat in an office, but how would I be able to, travel and do those things if that's what the route that I chose? So when you are thinking about your why, make it bigger than you. Make it about other people. Make it about, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your kids, your parents, your brothers and sisters, like your church, your community, an organization that you support. Make it so that when you wake up, you don't want to let those people down, because you'll let yourself down. Unfortunately, we will, but we are less likely to let other people down. So make your why bigger than you. We're going to get into more of like the grit of what we've kind of done over 2 years. I just wanted to start with that. Rachel and Jamie are going to go into a little more of, what the journey over 2 years has been, how we kept going. So Jamie, I'm handed over to you now. Or wait, no, Rachel, Jamie, who's going next? I don't even know.
I think me, right, Rach? I'll go.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, everybody. If you don't know me, my name is Jamie Johnson. Welcome to our team call. I know we have so many newbies, so I just always like to reintroduce myself. And I'm going to tell you guys my story.
Oh, what happened?
Hang on. Let me mute real quick. As much as I want to hear everybody's. Okay. Did that work? Okay, I think we're good. Sorry, guys. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to tell you guys my story tonight, and it's easy, I know, for you all to look at us and be like, wow, right? Because this is what I did. And wow, like she's a senior executive director. Which I'm not, she's an executive director. She's an associate executive director, even market mentor. I remember when I started looking at Chelsea Newman being like, she's a market mentor. She just hit managing market mentor. She's making $10,000 a month. Like, I just can't even believe that off of shampoo. And so I know how it feels to look up to people in this company because we all do it. But I want you guys, and we all want you guys, to see what it has taken to get to this point and what the journey has looked like for us, right? Because it's not always this pretty picture that, you all see, that we all put forward. And so I'm just going to tell you a little bit about like kind of how I got started and my journey. I'm going to say first, like, I like to do well at what I do. I don't do things to quit. Sometimes I'll even do things longer than I should just because I don't like giving up, and I don't like giving up on people. But that is why I was a VIP customer first, and I used the products for 10 months. I told Jacqueline Ortega that I didn't want to sell it. I used it for 10 months. I watched her and I realized my hair had completely changed. I was looking for something at the same time that I could do. I always wanted to work, even though I was a mom. I stopped working after my second son because it was just too much. My husband's an entrepreneur. His schedule was crazy. My schedule was kind of demanding in the evenings and just all hours of the day. And it was just too much. I knew there had to be a better way for our family, but I wanted something for myself. And I knew that I could contribute financially, but I didn't want to go back to a 9-to-5. So I was trying to figure out what that was going to look like. It was really hard to find something that was going to be flexible. And so I had this in the back of my head because Jack mentioned it to me very early on. And I also tried Rodan and Fields when I was probably 24 and didn't do much with it. Timing was bad. I wasn't the products. It's a totally different company, I think, than our company. But so I really was like very cautious at getting involved in this because I knew what it took and I knew what it was. So finally, after seeing her paycheck for $35,000 on one paycheck, which was 2.5 years ago, now it's much more than that, I said, okay, tell me about it. And I called her one day. And so, basically asked her, I had the questions I had, and she answered them. And I figured, okay, let me just give this a try. Right. But I have been all in, I will say, since day one. From the time that I signed up, I gave this my all. Like, I gave it my all. I was so excited and I jumped right in. Even though it took me that time to jump in, I believed that I could be a director. I believed that I would do it. I didn't know how it would happen, but I believed that it could happen. And I think that is so huge. I think you have to, like Allie was saying, you have to know that that is where you're going and you have to make it happen. You have to have the mentality, that's what I'm doing. I'm not stopping until I get there. And all these little things, all these little failures, all these little disappointments that you have along the way, they don't even matter. Like, they can't get you shaken up because you see the big picture, and we saw the big picture. We knew that people were in the $1 Million Club. Maybe that's not your dream. That's okay. Whatever it is, your dream, whatever your dream is, you can do it. And you have to know that it can happen. It wasn't always easy. And like I said earlier, what you guys see now is 2 years of hard freaking work. Okay. It's been 2 years. My first month I hit A and B. And then it took me another 2 months to rank up again to hit MMB, but I actually double ranked to AMM because of Allie. And there were certain months where Allie actually outranked me. And you guys probably know that, some of you, like, she has hit a few ranks before me in the company. And I could have, looked at it like, or told myself, you know, I'm not good at this, right? Like I'm supposed to be a leader and she's ranking up above me, or I could have been jealous and bitter. But you know what? Like I chose to look at it like, okay, I recruited a freaking rock star. Like she's a total dream. That's amazing. And we have all worked together. We have all helped each other out. And really like having her rank up has only motivated me more to be better, because I want to be the leader that you all deserve. And you guys are honestly like what keeps me going in this business and what makes me want to be better. So you have to have that mentality too, and like always keep your eye on the big picture and not let anything detract you from that. Not comparing yourself to other people is a huge thing in this business. Okay. There are people that have hit AED in 3 months. That wasn't me. But like, imagine if I would have quit, right? Like, because like I thought I wasn't good at it. Like, I can't even imagine, because, okay, my husband opened up a restaurant in the middle of a pandemic, and we like, you know, I mean, things would have probably been pretty stressful, but luckily like they haven't been stressful at all because of Monet, like we haven't had to miss a beat. And, so I've just never been more thankful for this company. But the other thing I want to mention is my upline also quit when I was 3 months into the business. And I had the opportunity to be under Jacqueline Ortega, and I actually went under my old roommate who was also on her team. And did I regret that? You know, no. I mean, if I could have gone back, would I do it differently? Yes, but I can't get so like in my head, I can't get upset about things I can't change. So instead I just put my head down and I focused on the big picture, right? The reasons I joined. And so if you're looking for a savior in a person, you're going to be let down. Your upline will not get you to SED in this business. Your upline will not even get you to MMP in this business. They can help you. They can be a resource for you. They should be a resource for you, but the only person that can get you there is you. And I want to talk to you guys about the sacrifices that, you know, that we've made to get there. I mean, I've taken a lot of time away from my husband in the evenings, a lot of time away from my kids. You know, it's stressful. I have 3 children. I was pregnant. I have a third now. Before, when I started, I still had 2. I mean, there were moments when I would literally like throw them inside, turn the TV on, step outside of the house and take a call. And they were probably fighting and screaming inside the house. I also increased the amount of help that I have, right? So I have more help. They're in school when they can be. You know, I have a nanny a couple days a week. These are the things that you have to have. If you treat this like a hobby, you'll hear it all the time. You will get paid as a hobby. It'll pay you as a hobby. If you treat this as a business, hang on, let me mute. You will get paid as a business. Okay, sorry, I'm just muting. And that couldn't be more true. So if you're starting a business, right, like you would get childcare for your children. And this is just one example. Like you would find the time that you need to make that business successful. This is the same thing. You guys, the opportunity is here. I mean, this is literally a gold mine. This is a lottery ticket, but you have to put in the work to make it happen. It's better than a lottery ticket, actually, I would like to say, because the chances aren't it's not up to a chance, it's up to you. So like, forget the lottery. Like you have a golden ticket to be in $1 million club. There's 26 people as of last year. I don't know how many more they're going to announce, but I know that Jacqueline Ortega has 9 people under her that are in the $1 million club. Like that's insane. They don't have the same last name as the people of the company. They just worked their butt off and they got there. You know, it doesn't mean that there weren't months of doubt. Allie and I went through something where, I mean, we both ranked up to market mentor after 4 and 5 months about 4 or 5 months in the business. And both of us had a managing market partner way down in our downline who had somebody return a product pack. Basically, like, I don't need to go into all the details, but we literally like lost our rank. Okay. And there were moments where we were like, okay, like this totally stinks. Like we worked our butt off. Did we let it get us down? Did we let it stop us? No. Like we knew like, okay, one bad month does not dictate my future. It doesn't dictate like the final thing with this company. So you guys, you have to make sacrifices. You have to plan. You know, I've had friends not support me, family members not support me. What did it do? It has fueled me even more to succeed, to show them that I could do it. You know, I am tired a lot. Like I have kids, like I've been up at all hours of the night, not recently, but you know, with Lenny when she was little, like I still showed up to the calls. So you guys have to show up even when you're tired, even when you don't feel like it. And the last thing I want to touch on real quick before I turn it over to Rachel is I want to talk about The Last Dance. If you have watched The Last Dance, Michael Jordan, the basketball show, just put something in the chat. I know that this is a lot of women on this call, but this is just, I was listening to this, I've watched the show, and I just thought it was really relevant to our business. So he is considered one of the greatest players of all time, right? So you would assume that he is the most talented, but many would say that his success is much greater than his talent. And so what got him there? Okay. What got him there was great talent plus great choices. And that is what puts you at the peak of success, okay? Talent alone is not enough. And so I want to talk to you about some lessons that we can learn from Mike and how to be like Mike, MJ, Michael Jordan. So the first thing, there's 10 things I'm going to give you quickly so we can, I know you guys are probably tired like me. The first thing is trust the game. If you do the work, you get rewarded. There are no shortcuts in life. And some of these are MJ quotes that I'm just going to throw at you quickly, right? But that's so true. It's so true in our money business. If you do the work, you get rewarded. If it hasn't paid you back yet, it's coming. You have to trust the game. Trust the game that it's coming to you. Trust the process. If you do the work, it will come. It's not if, it's when. Number 2, master the fundamentals. Get the fundamentals down, and the level of everything that you do will rise. If you're trying to rise up a team, you have to have mastered a 3-way call. You have to be doing potential calls. You have to know how to get VIPs, right? So master the fundamentals of this business and everything else you do will rise. Number 3, practice every day. This is MJ. It was embarrassing not to make the team. They posted the roster and it was there for a long, long time without my name on it. I remember being really mad too because there was a guy that made it that wasn't as good as me. Okay, how many times have you felt like that in this business, right? How many times do you see somebody else and you're like, dang, they got promoted, like they hit a rank. Okay, if they can do it, I can do it, right? Let that fuel you to have your name on the roster the next time. Every single day, show up so your name is on the roster the next time. Let that fuel you. Number 4, don't let people get in your head. Isn't it crazy that even Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, has to work on not letting people get in his head? And I know we deal with that in this business. This is such a good lesson for life. No matter what you do, there are going to be people that challenge you, people that make you feel bad about what you're doing. And if you let them win, you will always fail. You cannot let them dictate your life, control your life. This is your life. Here is what MJ said. It's heavy duty to try to do everything and please everybody. I can't live with what everyone's impression of what I should or what I shouldn't do. All right, number 5, know how to respond to failure. What did he say? Failure makes me work even harder. I have missed, and you've probably heard this quote, it's very famous. I have missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I have lost almost 300 games. On 26 occasions, I have entrusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. He let his entire team down. I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed, okay? We have all failed. Rachel, Allie, and I have failed over and over and over again in this business, and that is why we are here. Number 6, fear is an illusion. I love this one because I get in my head, right? I am like not the most outgoing person in the room. Like I am like, I love to curl up on the couch and watch TV more than going out. But fear, like whatever our fear is, whether it's talking to people, whether it's being rejected, fear is an illusion. And Michael Jordan said, I know fear is an obstacle for some people, but it's an illusion. It's not real. It's in your head. And if this business isn't working for you, it's because you're in your head. Number 7, and this is probably my favorite because this is how Allie and Rachel and I have done it. Just do it. Some people want it to happen. Some people wish it would happen, and others make it happen. You guys are all smart people. I am not the most talented person on this call. Many of you are way more talented than me on this call. Allie and Rachel, probably more talented than me on this call, okay? But I'm pretty, like one thing I'm good at is figuring out when I want something, I will figure out how to make it happen, okay? Some people want it to happen. Some people wish it would happen. Others make it happen. Just do it. Number 8, you can't do it alone. Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships. And this is so applicable to this business too, because I truly don't believe I would be here without Allie, without Rachel, you know, without all the other amazing mentors that we have that share their resources with us in this company, but specifically Allie and Rachel and Shauna and Natalie and all the girls who we could all do our own thing, right? Allie could take off and go do her own team calls all the time if she wanted to. Rachel could go do her own team calls if she wanted to. They're both directors, right? So why do we do this together? Because it's better for everybody. It's better for you all. You have more resources. You have more people to learn from. You have more people to connect with. And so instead of, you know, seeing each other as competition, we have really come together. And I think that is honestly not only what motivates me, but it also helps so much you all to have just this amazing culture and this amazing community of people around you. And so you can't do it alone. Find those people for you. Okay. Find those people for you. And you can step up. You can lead your own calls. You can do your own things. You don't have to wait for us to tell you. You guys can all, like, leadership is not a rank. Leadership is a choice. It's a decision at any moment in this journey for you. 2 more, and then I'm going to turn over to Rachel. Number 9, expect your shots to go in. And this is huge. Mindset, confidence. You have to expect things of yourself before you can do them. Expect it. Expect getting to MMP this month. Expect getting to MMB this month. Expect that you're going to be senior executive director with Monate in 2 years, in 3 years. Who cares if it takes 5 years? If it takes you 5 years to be an SED with Monate, who cares? You know how much, like, that is like literally going to change your entire world and your children's world for forever. But you have to expect it. Confidence and mindset are probably the 2 biggest things in this business, because it just bleeds into everything else that we do and every conversation that we have with potentials, with our teams, everything. Last thing, play business like a game. And I love this because this is so true. MJ said, just play, have fun, and enjoy the game. Okay. Grace Bowes did a great job at this the other night in our potential call. She just really got the point across at how fun this business is. And we all know it's fun, right? We have to show people it's fun. We have to have fun. If you're stressed out about this business, don't be. Okay. It should be fun. You just have to know it's going to happen for you. Have fun along the way, because other people want to have fun too. And it's so fun. So that's what I got for you guys tonight. I'm going to turn it over to Rachel. So thank you.
Oh my gosh. I am so proud of you guys. Like, I'm Jamie and Allie. That was incredible. Like, I know I talk to you guys almost every day, but I just got teary-eyed listening to all of that. That was insane. So bear with me if I choke up a few times. I'm kind of just in awe of this team. You guys, this is incredible. Okay, so if you guys don't know me yet, my name is Rachel Britt. I'm an associate executive director with Monate, and my 2-year, believe it or not, is coming up. I think I joined the last day of August. So yeah, just a testament to time flies when you're having fun. Like, seriously, this has been the most incredible journey I've ever been on. Like, I can't even say enough about it. I get overwhelmed and like with emotion and happiness just thinking about, you know, the past 2 years, this, you know, roller coaster, blood, sweat, and tears. You heard Allie and Jamie, like, we've put our heart and soul into this, and it has paid off tenfold, you guys. I would do it all over again in a heartbeat, okay? My lipstick color is Jamie Kelton. She got this from me for my birthday, so thank you, Jamie. Okay, so my journey starts with Monate almost 2 years ago. So I'm originally from Orlando, Florida. I moved up to Atlanta when I was in my early 20s. So I've been here for about 10 years, and I've always been in sales. Okay. I'm a sales girl. So I don't have kids. I'm not married yet. You know, I don't have any furry friends or pets. And so I've really just, all of my 20s, just dedicated myself to my career. So I've been in medical sales. I've been in the device OR. I've been in pharma, and, you know, all of these jobs, looking back on it with these companies, were tremendous. They were great. I learned so much. You know, I was with really reputable companies making great money. But as I started to inch towards 30 and early, you know, 31, 32, I really was feeling a void. And I know you guys may resonate with this, but just kind of waking up and being like, what am I doing with my life, right? Like, am I in a hamster wheel? Am I going through the motions? Am I contributing to society? Am I helping other people? Am I fulfilled? Like, what am I passionate about, right? So the year before, or so the year of 2018, I was working at a plastic surgeon's office, and you know, I had gotten into, always loved beauty. So I got into that niche thinking, oh my gosh, I'll be able to help other women feel great about themselves. I've always loved that. People have always come to me for that, just for anything beauty. And I thought, you know what, I'll get experience here. And I feel like that will be fulfilling for me. So I took a job at a doctor's office. And unfortunately, it was anything but that. It was a 9 to 5. It was a clock in, clock out. I was, you know, micromanaged. I was overworked and underpaid, right? I was the girl driving to my office with the pit in my stomach, right? Like every morning was Groundhog Day, and I was going to sit in my jail cell, okay? And that was my life. I literally would call Truss, and this is embarrassing, but I would call her from the closet in the office crying because I'm like, I hate this so much. Like, I know there's more for me in this life, but like, I didn't know what it was. And so, you know, at the time, like I said, I was driving to work with a pit in my stomach. I was thinking, why do I feel this way? Like, I wanted more for myself. I wanted to wake up excited with a purpose, with conviction behind the purpose. And I wanted more, but I had no idea what that more was or how to get it. So Truss, one of my best friends in the entire world, back in August of 2018, invited me to go to lunch and just to catch up. I knew she had started this business. I trusted her. She was one of my closest friends. We sat down. She was so excited about the business. She looked amazing. Her hair looked amazing. She was making great money. And I was like, you know what? Like, sure. Yeah, I'll do it with you, right? And my first thought was, why not, right? I had never heard about this business. What's the worst thing that could happen? Okay, so my two goals were like, oh, I just want to have amazing hair and use clean beauty products, right? And make $500 extra a month to cover my car payment. And that was it. So in full disclosure, I was miserable at this job. I had taken a pay cut to work there, and I was paycheck to paycheck, you guys, okay? I was just not living my best life. So I signed up with her, and at the time, like, unlike Jamie and Allie, like, I didn't really fully believe in the dream, right? Like, I kind of signed up because I trusted my friend, and like, I wanted to make extra money and wanted to use good products, but I really didn't believe in the dream. I didn't think I would get the car, and if I did, it would be several years, right? And I sure as hell didn't think I'd be a director, like no way in hell, okay? So my first month, I was like, you know, loving the products, using them, sharing them organically on Instagram. And I will never forget this, and I like to like hone in on this point. A month had gone by, I got my first commission check that we all get, and I was sitting at my doctor's office in my little jail cell, you know, like miserable, waiting to clock out. And I got the email, and I was like, all right, so let's just see how much this check is for. So I opened the email, and it was for $1,600, okay? I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you make or how much money I will ever make. That is a lot of money, and it always will be to me. And in that moment, I had an epiphany, right? I was sitting there, and I'll never forget. And I was like, if I can make this much money and be this fulfilled in helping other women and sharing these products and the conviction and the passion and what I was doing, I was waking up excited to talk about Monat. I was literally like, couldn't sleep, adrenaline pumping, like, let's go, let's do this. This is amazing. Pouring into other people, building my team. I was like, what kind of opportunity am I sitting on top of right now? Like, my wheels were turning, okay? So fast forward to November of 2018, I was put my 2 weeks in. I left my corporate job for good, and I never looked back, you guys. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking, oh my God, that's so scary. How did she do that? Like, did she have money saved? Like, oh my gosh, I don't know. And I wrote some of the things down that I was thinking at the time that I know that you guys would resonate with, okay? Was I scared shitless? Yes. Was I afraid of failure? Yes. Did I wonder what people would think about me? Yes. Was I scared of not saying the right thing? Yes. Was I scared of looking stupid? Hell yes. Was I afraid of not being taken seriously? Yes. And was I afraid of not having what it takes? Yes. Okay. Like all of these things that you guys feel or may have felt in the past, everybody feels them. They're normal. We all think these things, right? But guess what? I did it anyway. I did it because I knew I had to do whatever it took, and I did it scared. I did it scared. I was terrified, you guys. But guess what? If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, it's literally the definition of insanity, right? You either evolve or you repeat. So in my mind, I was like, I don't have an option. I just quit my corporate job because I hated it that much. And I believed in this opportunity so hardcore and believed in myself so hard that I made it my reality, okay? I made it my reality. So that's my story. A little, what I want to say to you guys a little bit more here is fear is a 4-letter word, okay? That can have the power, if you let it, to annihilate all of your intentions. So all the bullshit stories you're making up in your head, guess what? Fear is behind every single one of them. Don't let it stop you. Let it fuel you and keep going. You guys, we are humans, okay? Like, I don't care if you do mindset every single day and you are so confident and you are like out to take on the world, you're gonna have negative thoughts that come through your mind, right? You're gonna be scared, you're gonna have fear, but it's all about how you handle it, right? Do you let it consume you or do you let it fuel you, right? I want you guys to remember that. We're all scared, but we just did it anyway. We just did it. So fast forward 4 months, I hit MM in March of 2019, okay? Full time with Monate, something I doubted would ever happen and certainly not that quickly. So I had a lot of girls ask me, how did you get there, right? What exactly did you do? Tell me all your secrets. What's the secret recipe for success? And the answer is, I'm sure a lot of you guys are waiting for it and you've heard it before, there is none. There is nothing that I am going to tell you that you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go do this. And this is going to make me hit director. This is going to make me get the car. This is going to make me leave my job, whatever, right? But what I was, and I want you guys to really hone in on this, what I was desperate and laser focused, okay? Desperate and laser focused. So I'm sure you all are thinking, she was desperate. Ooh, I don't want to be desperate. Like, gross, no way. Like, seriously, that's like the last thing I would ever do is be desperate. Okay, like I'm not desperate. I'm just not. Okay, so no. What I mean, and I'm going to send this podcast out to you guys after to listen to. It is the podcast that I listened to before I hit MM. I'll never forget. I was on a walk in the neighborhood. I just got off the phone with Jackie Ortega. She pumped me up. And I listened to this podcast and I re-listened to it today. And my heart is pounding talking about it because it's so fire. So what I mean about being desperate is desperate for your dreams to become your reality, right? Desperate to achieve your goals. It's time to get desperate. So how hungry and laser focused are you on your dreams? Do you want it that bad? Are you literally desperate to achieve it? Are you hungry AF, right? Like, how bad do you want it? Is your back against the freaking wall? Are you like, I will do whatever it takes to get this? Because guess what? If you're just like, oh yeah, I mean, I want it, but like, I mean, yeah, I'll probably get it like next year or something, but like, I don't know, like, yeah, it would be nice. Guess what? That's not going to cut it. That's not going to work. It's not an option, right? Get obsessed, get desperate, get laser focused, okay? So one of the things that Ed Milet said, and you guys know he's speaking, Impact Week. So desperation is one of the most powerful emotions, because when you are desperate, your mind and body will tap into your reserve or strengths, talents, and abilities that you never knew you had. The people who win in life are desperate for their dreams and goals. They are desperate, okay? So I want to read a little bit from this, and then I'm gonna wrap it up, you guys. But I was literally desperate to get this. Desperate. Hold on. Okay, I want to read this from Ed Milet. So you must also be hungry and desperate for your goals. Do you need your goals like you need to breathe, like you need to eat, like you need to survive? Are you willing to do everything in your power to satisfy that hunger? Or do you just want it, right? Would it be just something you would like to have? Do you know that most people overestimate that they can do what they can do within 1 year and vastly underestimate what they can do over 5 years? The biggest factor in your success is your ability to stay laser focused on your goals, okay? So that's cutting out the distractions, cutting out the background noise, and just tunnel vision to your goals. So he also says, I guarantee you that the most successful moments, the times that you achieved at the highest levels in your life, are the times when you are the most desperate and laser focused on the outcome, okay? It's time to embrace desperation and get laser focused, okay? I want you guys to be desperate, starving for it, doing whatever it takes. Okay, so I'm gonna end it with this. You owe it to yourself to be consistent. You owe it to yourself to be disciplined. You owe it to yourself to stay focused. Show up every day and do it fucking scared. Okay, do it scared. Just do it. Just wake up and do it. I want to read one thing from Britt because I'm obsessed with her, and she posted this the other day, and I just can't not even read it. This is how I'll end it. You guys, no one is coming to save you, okay? Nobody is coming to save you. Only you can do that. It's time to stop looking at your future with a lens from your past. It's time to stop procrastinating and learn how to fight through your instincts. It's time to change your mind and ask for help. You can create a new version of yourself who is open to possibilities. You can be who you always wanted to be, okay? I'm just gonna end it there because I'm obsessed with all of you. I'm obsessed with this call. This business has literally brought me to life. I could cry thinking about it because it's just been the biggest blessing. And like, I wake up every day, like, just, you guys, you give me life. And so if this hasn't inspired you, my story, Jamie's story, Allie, anybody else on this team, like, you guys, this is the real deal, and we are all in it. We are all in. We are all in, you guys. Get all in with us. Stop watching from the sidelines and get all in, okay? I love you guys. Have a good night. I'm done. If anyone else wants to say anything.